What's up, everybody? Now let's get into this drama that's going down on social media as we speak, as I speak. Okay, so this whole week, Teen Mom OG and Teen Mom Young and Pregnant have been posting their reunion looks and looks with their significant other, and they're all in the same venue taking group pictures. It's really cute. I reposted it. I said I love the unity. I actually really do, because Teen Mom 2 could never. You know what I'm saying? So as we're posting this and stuff like this, all the T pages, people are saying, where's Mackenzie McGee? Everybody is literally asking, where is Mackenzie McGee? So she decides to finally reply to a comment of somebody asking where she was, and says that, Cheyenne hates her. So nobody's going to take a picture with her or anything, but MTV is going to edit her in. Now, if you guys don't know, like, Cheyenne and Mackenzie kind of got into a little tiff in 2020. So if you guys didn't know, a lot of people were getting canceled in 2020 for their racist or biased opinions, and Mackenzie and Josh were not exempt. They're Trump supporters. They do not support Black Lives Matter. They've been very advocate about that, and they do not like Joe Biden, and they do not like Kamala Harris. So, a article actually came out where they saw that Mackenzie McGee was on her Facebook, and she was saying, of all colored people to look up to, why would you look up to Kamala Harris? And it was very racist, whether she knew it or not. First of all, you could have just said, of all people to look up to, why look up to Kamala? Why say, of all colored people to look up to? Like, girl, what? Why would you say that? Why would you bring the fact that she is a woman of color into it? And then you did not say woman of color. You called her colored. Okay? You called her colored. Like, are we back in 1800? Like, what the hell? So that article was posted. It rubbed everybody the wrong way. But Cheyenne was actually the only person that came out and said that she felt away, and said that, they need to do a forum or something because these teen moms are ignorant. Not only that, her, and Josh in the past have said things about Indians. And, even though MTV tried to spin it and do this apology episode where she sat down with a counselor, I don't think that she was sorry about anything that she said. I feel like she was sorry about the mainstream media getting involved into her Facebook and catching this tea and spilling it. Okay. And Josh definitely didn't give a fuck about, Josh agreed with everything Mackenzie has ever said about Indians or, coloreds. Because I feel like that's when Josh really got quiet on the show. He doesn't say two words. He doesn't give MTV anything because he doesn't agree with these practices. But that's why her and Cheyenne have an issue. So she puts on her Facebook, that Shy hates her. So she had to do it solo, but they're editing her in. And Big Macy all of a sudden decides to speak up, I guess, on behalf of the rest of the co-stars and Cheyenne. So Macy says, with all due respect, at Mackenzie McGee, there's no editing on my Instagram page, and if we're going to call things out, then we can start now. As far as I'm convinced, you are far too worried about how you're portrayed to people than you are about how you treat people. If you prefer, we can continue this conversation elsewhere. If not, I won't take offense to you unfollowing me. Next time you want to say something that starts a conversation, please don't delete it. So we got Macy calling out Mackenzie McGee, which Macy literally does not, get down dirty with Instagram beefs or whatever with other castmates. This is like my first time seeing her do it off camera. So I'm just like, they really can't stand this bitch. Like if Macy said something, they really can't stand this bitch, because it started with Cheyenne. So, of course, Mackenzie had a rebuttal, and it's long-winded, so just get ready.
There's a lot of unnecessary drama that I am confused about online, so I guess with all the messages I'm getting, I'm just going to tell my side of the story as gracefully, hopefully, as possible. So, yeah, here it goes. The reunion just happened in LA, and I am on Teen Mom OG. And many of you know that I made a mistake that I said sorry about, that I was so unaware about, and it didn't. Many of you know about the humiliating mistake I made that I was extremely sorry about. And I wish more than anything I wouldn't have brought one. For some reason it turned south, and I'm just not used to this. I don't have a problem with any of them. I don't have a problem with anyone. I don't like having problems with anyone. I don't know how it turned into this. So we, did a phone call, and the last things I have said is, let me hold your hand. I want to support you. I want to support, like I've supported everything she has stood for. And nothing's going to change that because it's the right thing to do. But when I told, it was on a Skype, and my last words with her was, hey, I've told you I've loved you like 6 times and you haven't said anything back. And she laughed. She laughed. And that hurt. And I let things hurt me. I really do. Like I let things hurt me. And it's hurt me a lot that she laughed at me. When I said I love you and let me be here for you, she laughed. And so the reunion's been coming up, and I knew I was going to be near. To do was say sorry. And it's just so weird to me to have a problem with someone, because I'm like, I don't feel like it's necessary. Like, I don't feel like there's a reason to have a problem. Like, obviously there's been conflicts in the Teen Mom groups, and I honestly feel awful because the Teen Mom OGs have been really close, and it's like I come in and the first time I met everyone, it was great, and then that happened, and it's like I feel like it could be resolved really easy if we just like had a conversation. But I don't know, just being laughed at, just it hurt. So I've kind of stood back, and God was like, one day God was like, I just think you need to grow up and stop thinking about your own feelings. She's hurt. Like, you really did some damage, with your word mix up. And I will always be sorry for that. And so I'm like, you know what, before I see all the girls, I'm going to say sorry. Like, I'm just going to tell her, I've been really selfish thinking about how bad you laughing at me when I said I loved you hurt me. And I don't want to think about my feelings. I want to think about your feelings. And I just said, I'm sorry, and I hope you can forgive me. And so this was the time before I flew out to LA, and she read it and she unfollowed me on Twitter. And so I was like, okay, that really bothered her, but you did not say sorry to get a you said sorry because God told you to. Your mom was telling you to, and it was the right thing to do. And so I just, the whole plane ride there, I could see that she read it and unfollowed me. And so I'm like, I guess I've never experienced something like this, so I don't understand it. So it's just like, okay, Mackenzie, you said sorry, and you need to continue to be kind. And it's been very clear, like on Twitter, when we are told to tweet about this show, I always say good things about her. Obviously, she has, the cutest kids in the world, and I always am tweeting about her and all the other girls and trying to be super supportive. And I go, and MTV texted me and said, hey, we're doing things a little different. You're actually not going to come on set. So basically, they were telling me, we're just going to do you solo. And when I showed up, everyone was gone. They were like, yeah, all the girls filmed all day and we're doing it different. I kind of thought, maybe it's because of COVID, but I just went with it. And so in all my photo shoots and my photos, like I did a photo shoot on the couch. And they said, we're editing all of you guys in on the couch together. So just like eat popcorn and, be fun. And I'm like, okay. And it was just really weird. And I asked them, like, why, like, if it was because, like, did me saying sorry bother her so much she demanded I was not in these photos? And they just wouldn't answer. And then I get off the plane and she posts a photo. And I was told by MTV, this has nothing to do with MTV. They did not do anything with all the girls together. I'm not singled out. It's not that way. It's just being done different. And I get off the plane and it was like, you might as well have slapped me in the face when I got 100 messages of people screenshotting Cheyenne not only posting a photo of all 4 girls, but her saying my favorites. And I know I hate, like, no one can hurt my feelings because I hurt my own feelings. Like, I hate that I'm a wreck over this. I hate that I'm sad. I hate that it really hurts me that I was not only lied to, but because I said sorry, this had to happen. I don't know. Like, I don't know what, it's just, and then all the girls are posting, all the photos and the videos that I was lied to about, not by them. And everyone was asking why I wasn't in the photo. So I said, well, I think it's because Cheyenne hates me. Like, I don't know what the reason was, but I know the schedule changed as soon as I said sorry to her. The schedule changed where I'm not a part of anything. And I'm confused. I'm lost. And then now Macy's mad at me and posting stuff. So I don't understand. I don't know what else to tell you guys because everyone's asking what the story is. And that's basically it. I have shown Cheyenne love and support, and I've tried so hard. And I don't get it.
To that, Cheyenne says, I am not an MTV producers. I don't call the shots. But if you feel the need to keep bullying me over things that haven't happened to make yourself feel seen, be my guest. You have an odd fixation on me. Your rendition of how things happened are beyond delusional. And I wish you would focus on yourself and leave me alone. And she definitely added her. No, I don't believe that Mackenzie is lying. I believe that Mackenzie has her own warped perception of how things went. And I feel like Cheyenne probably has her own perception of how things went. And if the two can't get together to talk about it, it's just some he said, she said, which is old as time, as he said, she said. But I do believe that MTV producers have seen or have heard or felt tension between the rest of the cast members and Mackenzie, or they just know that what I know just from speculation, looking at, Instagrams and all type of shit, that they just don't like her. So they wanted to maybe separate everybody from her because nobody likes her. I think that's what it is. When you have a whole cast of teen moms who are one way, and then you got this girl over here, oh, she's odd. She's a Trump supporter. She's this, she's that. Which, for Teen Mom to be such a whitewash show, and for me to get so many comments about how they're Trump supporters and stuff like that, none of the moms feel that way. Actually, Mackenzie McGee was the first person to actually come out and say that she even felt that way. So I feel like that is why MTV separated everybody. But that's just my opinion. Once again, I'm just a girl that run a blog on Teen Mom and is, on the outside looking in, but maybe have more perspective than most because I actually have to study this shit to put it out when most times I don't even care about it. Anyway, what do you guys think?